Looking back on the Tyreek Hill trade, this is from Scott Barrett DFB, so I hope he's got 82,000. I think it's reliable. Tyreek Hill is currently on pace for an NFL record 2,668 receiving yards. Patrick Mahomes is currently on pace for an NFL record 5,712 passing yards. Is this a weird instance where that trade is a win-win for both teams?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm going to say, yeah. And like, I think it opened up Mahomes' eyes and his vision and everything. Because now he didn't have like, oh, where's Tyreek? Or the meme, fuck it, Tyreek's down there somewhere, insert wide receiver name. But like, you see him just go down the field more. It looks like obviously he's great, but like, I want to say he looks even better now. Like sometimes it's like, oh shit, he's going through it all. I mean, obviously he was going through his reason, all that stuff beforehand with Tyreek, obviously. But like now he just got to pick and choose where he's going. And I think, yeah, he's for sure playing a lot better.
Can I play devil's advocate real quick? Because I think it's a good point to like rattle off in the middle of the discussion as opposed to like the end of it. Hear me out, guys. I think to an extent, because this is how I look at it. I think for Tyreek and honestly and Mahomes, I'm thinking about it. It's kind of like, it's not even like necessarily one, like, I don't know. I'm like rambling my thoughts, but it's not like him leaving or Mahomes not having him is necessarily like the X factor to either of them being better. I think that they just are such elite players that like they keep getting better. And I think Mahomes is in this case more than Tyreek. Here's my example. Like, because I noticed games where, like to your point, where he makes everyone get the ball. It doesn't have to be down the field, and it's perfect. But I also see some games this year where I can tell that he's missing Tyreek, that offense misses Tyreek. They miss having the stretch the field throughout on every play. So I think that just Mahomes is just taking steps every regardless. And I think that, like, I'm sure if you asked him, though, like, there's definitely times where they miss him, and, like, I don't think that it's necessarily like it makes him better not having him. I just think he's such an elite player, and he just keeps making strides every year. And it's kind of like same thing with Tyreek. But he's going to we're at a point eventually where he's going to get old enough that's not going to keep happening. But, like, he's obviously still in his prime, and, like, I think he's just getting better as well.
I think that Tyreek personally is largely a beneficiary of the new system where this is the league's first time seeing McDaniel. And we see it all the time where offenses explode and whatnot. So I'm going to be curious to see how people react to Tyreek and the speed and Waddle for like next year, even if that makes sense. I think they're still going to snap, obviously, but like I think there might be an adjustment period for sure. Like we saw last year with the Chiefs too. Like they were forced to play within like the first down markers and not go deep and stuff like that. I think that Mahomes has definitely gotten better, but their offense needs a guy like Tyreek for sure. Especially like we talked about it a few pods ago where he took that 10-yard in route to the house against the Bills. Like, yeah. Do the Chiefs win that game if they don't have Tyreek? Realistically,
probably not.
Even on the 13-second drive too.
Well, I'm just thinking of like this too. If they lose a playoff game this year, this is what's going to happen. It's literally especially if it's an early playoff game. Like if they lose like their first or second playoff game, everybody's going to jump to, well, if they had Tyreek, and especially if he doesn't complete some deep down the field, it's immediately everyone's going to jump to. It's that they don't have Tyreek. They're missing Tyreek a lot. Like that, but it's kind of where Tyreek is the benefit of this, where he's it doesn't all fall on his shoulders. It always falls on the quarterback's shoulders. I do think though it's definitely going to be a thing if they don't go win the whole thing this year. Everyone's going to say, if he doesn't ball out every single game, like 4 touchdowns passing and stuff, like it's going to go back to like, is Tyreek quintessential to how the offense works? Like I don't think he is, but it's going to be something people will bring up.
I don't think he is either, but I definitely think like you said too, it's like there's going to be moments when fuck it, Tyreek's down there somewhere, or fuck it, let's just do a slant route and have him run 80 yards to the house. Like who in the NFL can even do that? You know what I mean? That's just such a nice luxury to have, if that makes sense.
No, it absolutely is.
Is it like the most even trade-off? I mean, like, actually, I won't even ask that because I guess we'll see who they pick with it.
What did they get?
2 first? That's what I just looked up.
2 first?
So,
right?
They got 1 first-round pick. They had their own first-round pick. And then they got a second-round pick from Miami. So they turned... Kansas City Chiefs gave away Tyreek Hill, and in return, they got Trent McDuffie, who hasn't played much at all this year, and they got Sky Moore, who also has been playing a lot this year either. Sky Moore is obviously playing more now that he has the coach's trust and whatnot. Early returns have to say Miami has won this trade, even though Mahomes is playing super well. Because the fact of the matter is, Miami without Tyreek Hill would be a vastly worse team than they are right now. Kansas City with Tyreek Hill, I think that they would be just as good, if not better. I think Mahomes has taken strides in the structure of the offense, not having Tyreek Hill as a crutch anymore. Like when he was on Kansas City, you had to get him the ball some way. And sometimes that can be a challenge, especially when the defenses are super, super keyed in on him. Getting rid of him has allowed Mahomes to really take control of the entire offense. But right now, I think Miami has won the trade.
I just want to add a part to that, though, too. I think it's difficult to say, though, because, like, Kansas City could not afford to pay him, right?
That's a good
point.
point.
Like, I think I agree with you, actually. Miami definitely won the trade, but it's just like I feel like the Chiefs had to do it. You know what I mean? As much as it sucks.
I mean, yeah, they won it now, but I think McDuffie and Karlaftis, Skymore could. I mean, those are obviously ones that you have to wait.
Early returns say Miami's won it, but you don't know about. And
I liked McDuffie out of Washington too.
If they paid
I think they were
Tyreek, like,
long-term, like
I don't even know like who they would have been fielding in some positions. Like it probably wouldn't have been great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. You're right.
But
earlier, yeah, I agree, Connor. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's all I
think
have to say about
I think
that.
it was very good. I think it was pretty even. I mean, obviously, no one's gonna win a trade 50-50. It's never no trade is ever gonna be 50-50. But I feel like it's pretty close. I mean, the closest thing you could say maybe Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson type thing. But